my name is Cody Somerville. I'm an engineering manager at HP. And I'm here today to talk to you about your cloud, your way. As IT professionals, you know that we're being asked to solve problems on timescales that seem impossible. Our old way of thinking, our old way of solving problems is no longer sustainable. In recent years, we've seen a new style of IT take root in the industry called cloud computing. The ability to provision rapidly and dynamically your compute, storage, and networking resources on demand as you need them has revolutionized the way that we do IT. I'd like to tell you a little bit about OpenStack. OpenStack is a pervasive open cloud platform in the industry today. Everybody wants to get on the bandwagon. HP's no different. The reason is because OpenStack is an open platform with open web APIs. Instead of being locked into a proprietary API, you're able to your workload is portable between multiple clouds. So whether it's to the HP cloud or to your private cloud or to Rackspace, because you're programming against that open API, you're able to deploy your workload into any of those clouds at any time. But why stop there? Why put all your eggs in one basket? As we've seen with other big companies who's relied on a single public cloud provider, you can't go to your board of directors and say, oops, Amazon was down and we've lost billions of dollars of revenue. So by hedging your bet, you're able to get better resiliency and take advantage of unique offerings and of geopolitical locations for purposes that your company need. OpenStack is a community. It's more than just technology. Leadership is elected by its developers, enabling the developers to make their own decisions. Every single person in this room is able to go to OpenStack today and contribute. HP has a public cloud called HP Public Cloud. We're not very good at naming things. If we tried to sell leather gloves, we'd probably just call them, dead cowhide. So that's HP for you. But the interesting thing is that we're actually doing a really great job with our public cloud because our public cloud is based off of OpenStack. We're leveraging that technology across our entire portfolio, from managed private cloud to hosted private cloud, to be able to provide you with your own private cloud in your own data center, to our public cloud. It's all the same OpenStack API. HP is proud to be able to offer the best uptime SLA in the entire industry at 99.95% for public cloud. We also offer 24-hour, 7 days a week support for all of our customers. We're also highly performant. HP is known for its servers, it's known for its data centers, it's known for its networking equipment. It's also a huge cloud player. HP is the second largest contributor to OpenStack in the previous release, and overall is in the top 5 contributors for OpenStack. So HP knows cloud, and we've brought those two centers of excellences together in our HP Public Cloud business unit to be able to provide you with an HP Public Cloud. But really, what is the future of cloud? It's not necessarily public cloud. Public cloud is very interesting to be able to utilize a utility-based pricing model to get the compute or networking or storage resources that you need on demand. But the true future of cloud is hybrid cloud. Companies will deploy their own private clouds in their own data centers to be able to leverage that same technology to be able to get the resources that they need to be able to deliver. As web developers, I'm sure you've been in the situation where you have this great idea and you want to be able to deliver it and you want to be able to try it out. In today's world, oftentimes you have to go to Amazon. You have to pay, a few cents an hour. It racks up pretty quickly. Although having your own private cloud in your own data center doesn't necessarily remove all of the cost, it does allow you to use your existing hardware more efficiently and effectively, and to be able to track that usage within your own company. By being able to get the resources as developers that you need, you're able to get to market quicker and be able to do things that are impressive that, these small companies seem to be able, the feats that they're able to pull off. It's all about having the agility to move forward. And with our converged cloud strategy, we're able to provide you with the solutions that you need to be able to deploy cloud in your data center and then be able to burst when you needed the additional capacity to our public cloud or to other OpenStack-based clouds. But really the interesting part is OpenStack. It's a great project where anyone can come and contribute. With a 6-month release cycle, innovation is rapid and quick. We've gone from around 10,000 lines of code in the beginning when NASA and Rackspace came together about 3-4 years ago to close to 1 million lines of code. That's rapid innovation. We receive hundreds of code submissions every week. For every code submission, we test it, we run it, we actually spin up clouds to try the patches out. And we've actually used the algorithm similar to the one introduced in the CPU of the Pentium processor era to pipelining, where we predictively look at what patch sets are going to land and test them in a series so that we are able to handle the load, able to handle the amount of actual incoming change. There's also really interesting innovation taking place in the OpenStack project. A number of those projects are led by HP, a number of them are led by other big companies that you know of, such as Red Hat, IBM, VMware. We have contributors from AT&T, another platinum sponsor of OpenStack. One of them is O. It's OpenStack on OpenStack. Now that's kind of a mind-bending idea. OpenStack on OpenStack, what is that? Well, what we've realized is that we've come up with these abstractions that make a lot of sense for managing virtual machines. It turns out that those abstractions are actually pretty good at, that makes sense to use them for actually managing physical hardware. So why not? A project called Ironic, naturally because it's ironic that a project that initially created to manage virtual machines and virtual resources is now used to manage physical hardware, enables Nova, the compute component, to actually manage your physical nodes. Once you've registered them, you're able to use IPMI or other out-of-bound control methods to boot them up and use Pixie to install software that you require. So in the Pripperlo project, we use that technology along with the OpenStack orchestration engine to be able to scale out an actual virtual compute cluster, storage, and networking components so that you're able to bring up an entire cloud in your data center from a single bootstrap node. What we've been able to do is bring up 48 machines in about 8 minutes, which is pretty impressive. In 8 minutes, you're able to have an entire cloud, entire functioning cloud, where you're able to launch your virtual workloads and take advantage of the ability to provision disk or network as you need them. So thank you so much.